Now to the ongoing Lone Star Showdown as Texas House Democrats remain in Washington. This makes the third week. Let's take a live look at the nation's capital right there on the left, where Democrats testified today before Congress on voting rights. And here in Texas, hundreds continue to march to Austin, calling for voter protections. They are walking from Georgetown to Austin and being led by former Texas Congresswoman Beto O'Rourke and other civil rights activists.
Today, they were joined by well-known civil rights leader, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Janelle Bluto spoke with him on this latest fight.
Well, they're about 20 miles down in their march to Austin, and today they had a very special guest join them for part of that march, Reverend Jesse Jackson. 9 miles were added to the trek today as marchers geared up for day 2 of their walk to the Capitol. As one of those marchers,
we had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get me up and get out here.
Ron Cranston got up early, he says, to defend his own right to vote.
There is a suppressive bill that would make people like myself unable to go through drive-through voting.
And along the way, a special guest joined the force.
That was the most powerful moment I've ever experienced in my life.
Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Voting is our free speech and democracy. We must protect the right to vote.
Reverend Jackson flew into town just for the march, saying it's a pivotal time in our country to restore the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
The Voting Rights Act of 65 is under threat. We've come to way too much progress. We should not turn around now.
And that's why they're marching to be heard.
It is time to pay attention to what is happening here in Texas.
Republicans say the voting bills they're trying to pass will protect elections, making it harder for people to cheat. But these marchers say they will only make it harder for them to vote.
Voting rights now.
And another marcher, Beto O'Rourke, says it appears conversations are continuing in Washington over that federal voting legislation, and through negotiations, he hopes some key provisions are passed.
Full access to early voting and mail-in voting. It means automatic voter registration. It should include making Election Day a national holiday.
O'Rourke says he will spend the rest of the day registering voters, but for those marchers, they'll be back out here tomorrow morning, ready to start day 3. Back to you.
We'll pick it up from here. Thank you, Janelle.